What up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com, Dustin's Fish Tanks. It's Sunday, you know what that means. That's right, it's Species Sunday. And I want to do a very special edition because I got my girl, Maya June, in the mix. It's her first Species Sunday with her dad, so she's all excited about that, being that she's 11 days old and has puked twice today. And I really want to talk about a fish that is near and dear to my heart, and this is angelfish. And I want to call them petrophyllum. I'll butcher the scientific name. These fish absolutely rule. People were kind of pissed about how I was dissing the cichlids. Not this fish. This is a cichlid. If you look at the way Africa and South America are formed, through like Pangea, South America kind of fits into that little edge of Africa. Cichlids originally from the same area. But this is a different type of deal. It's from Amazon. They come from all over the Amazon River, and then all the tributaries around it. Venezuela, Brazil, Peru, I believe. They come, I mean, just straight up from the hobby. Like you see, like just angelfish all over the place. They've been bred in captivity since the 1930s. So any fish you see is probably not wild caught, with the exception of Altum angels. This particular, I believe she's a girl. Actually, I think this is a guy, excuse me, although I'm not sure. I've had this fish. Sweetie, when did we move here? 2006? 2005, 2006? So this fish is 5 years old. And his buddy died not too long ago. I was pretty sad about that. Some of you guys saw that video. So I love angelfish. I'm not getting any more until he passes. Just to give you some scale, that's how big he is. It's about 125. I just topped off the other day. So it's a pretty decent sized fish. Excuse me. I originally got this tank set up here in Kentucky. I had 6 angels, two of those, 2 black ones, and then 2 pearl scaled, kind of veil-tailed. They were like a white color. And I've got some old pictures on my channel on Fish Tank TV. You can check those out. They're much smaller. Here's what's up. Okay, they've been bred in captivity forever, so they're very, very hardy, in my opinion. They'll eat fish that are smaller than them, and I wouldn't keep them with cherry shrimp. I do have some big cherry shrimp in here that have made it, but really hardy, just peaceful, serene. They're real tall and skinny because, excuse me, in the Amazon they come from like slow moving streams, and that's kind of like a camouflage. They've been bred in captivity for a long time, so they're hardy, but that also means that they don't they breed really well, but they've actually been bred so much in captivity that they no longer have their parenting instincts. So if they like lay eggs, they're probably not going to be that good of parents. You guys can argue with me on that. I've had them breed. This was pre-Fish Tank TV days. I had a big set of water sprite over here and a big spread of water sprite over here, and at one time I had 2 sets breeding in here. They would, well, what happens if you want to breed angelfish, here's how you do it. You get 6 of them, all about the same species, and then you load your planted tank. Just load it up. I was running heavy CO2 at the time, so I had a real low pH. They prefer a low pH, but they'll survive in pretty decent pH. Tons and tons of water sprite to the point where they can't see it. I've also got an article on just plants in general for breeding fish you want to check out, but I learned a lot about it through breeding these guys. And what I did was I just had them real separate. So I had like the one on this side and the one we're breeding over there, and they basically couldn't see each other because there was just water sprite floating all through in between them. And the eggs they'd lay on the Amazon swords. So really cool fish. Hit me up with some questions about them. I know a ton about them. I've kept them for a really long time. They come in a lot of varieties. I've seen koi, I've seen black veiled, I've seen really long-tailed, I've seen short-tailed, I've seen Altums. Altum angelfish, if you don't know, are like really rare and kind of hard to get, and also really hard to breed. And they get really, really big, and they also look really cool. So I'm just a big fan of angelfish. If there's one fish I know a lot about, it's probably angelfish. I'm surprised I haven't done a Species Sunday on them in a while. So hit me up. You know, some of you guys are talking about doing Amazon tanks. It's not complete without an angelfish, especially when they get big. They love to eat bloodworms. Feed them. They eat a little veggies too. Bloodworms are their favorite though. They will eat like a cichlid. They'll just eat a ton. I keep them with Congo tetras. I keep them with Cory cats. I don't know. They rock. So ask me some questions. Hit me up. Species Sunday, angelfish, baby. Loving it.